How's it going? Just thought I'd just do this video because I've had this Wolfbox for about 2 years now, shamefully, and I've never hardwired it. One, because every time I look at it I think this is going to be too difficult, so I've got it out of the bag, put it away, got it out of the bag, put it away. But I thought to myself this morning, it can't be that difficult. Do a YouTube video. Bear in mind I've built the whole van off YouTube videos, so why am I going to let a Wolfbox beat me? It's beat me for 2 years. So anyway, this is currently how I turn it on at the moment. Off, on. So yeah, not the most ideal, but that's how we've worked with it for the last 2 years. And this is the Wolfbox. Not gonna lie, it is probably one of the best things we bought on the van. I just love it. It works mint. The camera 4K front and back, it's just amazing. And yeah, it's just an awesome piece of kit. But I need to hardwire it, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. And I thought I'd just do a little video, just show myself, show other people. Someone like me who hasn't got a clue of electrics can do it, which means if I can do it, you can do it. So let's go. So as I mentioned, I'm going to show you the hardwiring of the Wolfcam. It's already installed camera wise, so basically the camera is on the front of this up there. That's how we look out, and it's already installed on the back of the van. So all the wiring for that literally just goes up into the headlining around the front of the van. So that one was pretty straightforward, to be fair. It's just a case of hiding all the cables through the roof lining and so forth. So yeah, it didn't take long to install. I did it with the main installation of the van, so yeah, it was probably the best time to do it because most of the van wasn't built at that time, but it's still not a hard installation. So anyway, here we go with this one. So this is the hardwiring kit for Wolfbox. This is the main piece of kit that we need. That's live to the battery, so it stays on all the time, and that's one that's only on with the ignition. And obviously there's me. You then get these adapters to suit your size of fuse boxes, whether it's small or big. So there's a number of different sizes in there. And the fuse box for the T5, we've got one which is just underneath the ignition. So I've already taken this off, and these are the boys that I'm going to play with. And what I need to do first, I need to find one that is staying on all the time and the key's not in, so I need around 12 volts from both, and I need one that's on with the ignition. So I just need to choose, go through them. Got my voltage meter here. I will find one that's live when the keys are not in, and then I'll find another one that's live when the ignition is turned. So let's go. So I've got the voltage thing set up. I need to find an earthing point, which I'm going to use a section on the door, which on the door hinge to earth the cable. So I'm going to put that on there. That's on. And now all I just need to do is literally go across these. Nothing from there. It's a 12.5. So that one's okay. I could use that one. Nothing from there. Nothing from there. Nothing from there. Nothing from there. That one's 12, so I could use either of these. Staying on here. I could use either one of these little ones here. Both of those are 12.5, so that 10 there, it's not coming on, so it'd be ideal if that was coming on with the battery when I turn the ignition. So let's give it a go. So I could use any of them for my permanent power. Let's turn the engine on. So the ignition is now turned on. Let's have this again. And let's test that 10 there. Oh yeah. Perfect. So that's feeding 12 volts as well. So I can use one of these 10s for the permanent and that one for the one. And just turn the ignition on. That's the one next stage done. Let's crack on. So the next job is to use the correct adapter to go into the fuse. So we've got, as mentioned, we've got one small, one big. So we need a standard size fuse, and we need one of these smaller versions to go in. these will connect onto these 2 points here, and then we'll just plug them in. But I do first of all need to find an earthing point for this black, so that's my next job. Let's look for that. So as mentioned, I need to find somewhere to earth this black cable. It's just I've had a look everywhere in here, I've tested it, but there's nowhere to earth, so I'm going to have to try and find something in here. So first of all, I've got to route the cable through here anyway, so I'm going to take this lower section off, which means you prise that off. That is literally just a little jimmy that will clip out. It's just clips holding it all the way down, and then I should have I think there's a screw fixing in here, and then this one down here, and then this section should drop out. So let's give it a go. It's all just clipping out now, and I can get all the way along there, I think, already. So yeah, I can get right to the back of there, and I think I've got somewhere I could potentially earth just inside here. So I just need to get the cable fed through. I'm going to earth this little one in here, I think. So let's go. So as mentioned, I'm going to, there's a little gap here. I'm going to feed my cable through, and it's going to come all the way through and earth to this point here. So just for reference, all I've done, undone that little screw slightly. I've checked it with the voltage meter. This works perfectly. And then I've just slotted it in and connected the screw again. It's all good. Just need to pull the cables through now. So I've pulled these cables through now. The F1 is done, and all I need to do is basically connect to my adapters. That clips in nicely. One small, one big. They're in nicely. And then I'm going to connect these to the fuses down there. I'm going to take the fuse out, replace those fuses into this section here, plug these in, and then I'm going to do a quick test to see whether it actually turns on the Wolfbox. So let's go. So as mentioned, I'm going to take out the constant power. So remember where the fuse is. So it's 10, 3 along. I'll take this one out. I'm then going to get the other cable, which is obviously this one here. Take out the fuse, that's a bit tight. Put the existing fuse in. And then put this into that slot there. It's going to be difficult with the cable. A bit fiddly because the pressure of the cable at the bottom is sort of stopping me. Sure, we get it in. It doesn't help that I'm blind. Yeah, so that's in. And then just need to do the same with the one just for the ignition. What I'm going to do now is actually connect this before wire the whole thing into the van into this. So I'm just going to take out the existing power, plug this in, and see whether we've got power. So let's try it. So to do this section, the easiest way will be just to unclip, sorry about the camera work here, should drop down. Let's take out the existing power supply. Let's put in the new power supply. Here we go. And we should have power. And sure enough, here we go. Wicked. So that's worked. And I think, which one that I've never done before, I can turn it off at the bottom. Yeah, so off, on. Wicked. Let's get it wired up. So to wire it in, I'm literally going to pull out this existing cable, which is literally just tucked up here, runs all the way down, really straightforward. Pull it out, and then yeah, replace it with the hardwire. Don't really need to video this one, pretty straightforward. Let's go. So there we are, fully installed. Turn the key off. Off we go. Turn the key on. On we come. Oh, I'll turn the key on, would help. And we're on. So yeah, happy days. The installation only took me 2 years. Cable fed through there, down the side, and like I said, all the way through here. Wasn't as straightforward as I thought though, because when I was putting the thing on, I started getting a clicking from a relay down here. I took off all this area down here, realised it was one of the relays clicking. Then I realised there must be an issue with the fuse that I'm in, so I checked them all, everything was okay. I then swapped and went for with a different live fuse, which was part of the central locking. The central locking then wouldn't work. So I went in the house, had a coffee, and then realised my stupidity, this is why you get the experts to do it, is I was taking out this fuse, putting in the existing fuse, and then just connected it. What I remembered was, this needs to stay in for the Wolfbox, and the other fuse goes in as the existing. So yeah, that's why you get the experts to do. But even so, had a coffee, realised my mistake, laughed at myself, come out, did it, and it works an absolute treat. So happy days. First time in 2 years I've been able to close the ashtray. So no more knocking our knees off that after long journeys. Nice clean finish. And yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. 2 years to hardwire that. Don't know why. So yeah, as I mentioned, if I can do it, you can do it.